East Toronto. So let's just say that. So it's likely that you've seen me. I'm very noticeable. And also has my YouTube fame. Well, I don't have much fame, but I have met some people. I met one guy actually came to my house for a repair job, actually. He wanted to upgrade his motherboard. And I don't remember what else I helped him with. And I don't know what he was expecting, but I was not nearly as entertaining as I am in my videos because I don't have time to edit myself in life. So there's a lot of like stammering and I was just trying to stay business. But he walked in and he's taking a tour around. This is the story I was going to tell you. He's taking a tour around the place that I'm pointing at and you can't see. But so he's walking around down here and he's like, oh, is that the shit box? I'm like, yeah, that's it right there under the TV. He's like, oh, cool. You changed cases. I was like, I did. I cheated a bit. I put it in another case because I wanted it to be a bit smaller. So I put it in that case. And he's like, oh, cool. And he's like, oh, that graphics card from your last video, that's working. It turns out it wasn't the problem. I was like, yeah, no, it turns out it was just a power supply. The graphics card works fine. I use it as a test card now. And he's like, oh, that's so cool. So meanwhile, he's like geeking out. He was really having fanboy moments. And if this is one of you, by the way, I'm very sorry. I don't mean to out you. But, yeah, it was neat. Like, I had never been, I was like, this is bordering on weird. He seemed like a nice kid, though. He was a really nice kid. I don't want to make him out to be some kind of creep, but it was weird. That's for sure. So on one hand, yes, being recognized kind of makes it hard to make deals. Like when this has happened to me twice so far. So I show up at a guy's house, and he comes out to the front to meet me in my car. I roll down the window, and he's like, "Oh, I know you." It's like, oh, great. Luckily, we've already agreed on a price. But situations like that can be detrimental. But on the flip side, people know my face. So when I put up my ads for repair jobs, I get responses because people are like, oh, he has a YouTube channel. He's reputable. Look at him. He's putting himself out there. I will gladly come to him for advice and whatnot. And that seems to work. Okay. All right, let's start this. Yes. I haven't gotten far into this game yet. But, using my new Xbox One controller. These are the best controllers I've ever felt in my life. And I go all the way back to the Nintendo Entertainment System, that little boxy piece of shit that would hurt your hands to hold. Alright, where am I going here? Can't go... yeah, whatever. Whoa. Whoa! This is the water stage. Okay. Oops. I just phased for no reason. Okay. I haven't done the water stages before, so I'm trying to get used to the idea of swimming. So you can't... Okay, I've got to take that fucking tool off. I keep hitting it by accident. Sorry, I like to collect everything on the screen. I don't know, maybe another like half an hour or some shit, and then I gotta go do some stuff. I might film a bit today. I don't usually film on the weekends, but I did get some interesting hardware this week, and I'm going to be putting it together into a build for my next video, probably. Or I'm going to be doing the keyboard review. I don't know. We'll see. By the way, Shovel Knight is great. I've only played it for a short bit, but it's basically Mega Man. And Mega Man is great. Ah! Okay, I'm really not doing well. My favorite game of all time. That would be probably Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2 for the Super Nintendo, or Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 4 for the rest of the world for the Super Nintendo is probably a good one too. Chrono Trigger, definitely up there. Final Fantasy 1 I really liked. Oh, this asshole. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I bought one of the I bought the Friday special bundle at Indie Gala, I think. It was pretty good. Had lots of interesting stuff in it. I don't need games anymore. I just have a bit of a problem. Okay, now in the Bubble Man stage in Mega Man, I always died on the spikes jumping up because I have very poor control of how high my jumps are. So I have to be extra careful here. Whoa! Okay, now I know what those do. Ah! See? That's what I mean by poor control of my jumps. Yeah, I am. My main PC, out of the 6 that are in my house, or so, is as close to silent as you can get realistically. Fuck! When it's idle. It's no noise. I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? I just... Okay. Alright, concentrate. Fuck those bags. Who cares? Yeah, it's as quiet as you can get. And with just 4 fans, too. One for the CPU on the... I did it again! One for the CPU. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, that's better. I have one on my Noctua NH-D15S. I bought the S because it's essentially the same as the D15, but with 1 fan, and it's tilted upwards so that you can fit it on most motherboards. It's got 2 front fans for intake and 1 exhaust at 120 millimeters. The exhaust is 120, the 2 intakes are 140. The 140s are impeded a bit by the front of the case in the Fractal Design Mini C, so that's why I have a pressure balance like that. And it works out pretty well. And it's virtually silent, even right now. I mean, obviously right now. Why wouldn't it be silent right now? Oh, so bad. I'm not as fast as I used to be. That's what it is. So farty. What are you saying? I can't even see. Oh. Alright. And by the way, I didn't quit Northgard because I don't like it. I just want to say that for the record, if the developers are watching. No, I really do like it, but I just cannot concentrate and do a stream at the same time playing that game. It's really good, obviously, as you can see. I think it's really well balanced and obviously challenging. Like, if you like micromanagement, it seems like your kind of game. But, definitely not the kind of game like this where you can just sort of sit back with the controller and not pay much attention. As for... Sorry, I didn't finish answering my question there. So, as for games I like... Oh, man, how do you even do that? What the fuck? So anyway, as for favorite games, are there any modern games that I like? Yes. Yes, there are. Of ones that were not released for the Nintendo or Super Nintendo, I would say that my favorites... What am I doing? Would have to be... Evil Land 2 was one I mentioned. Fight the Dragon, I really like that. Super Mega Baseball. I'm not a big graphics guy. I don't need fancy pictures to make me happy. It's probably because I'm 30-something years old. A lot of games that people love, I just couldn't get into. Couldn't tolerate BioShock Infinite for the life of me. People love that game. Couldn't tolerate... I have a passable interest in fucking Shadow of Mordor. That was okay, but I just, it got way too frustrating for me. I'm just not good enough to play a game like that. I don't have the dexterity that I once had as a kid. So I find myself making too many mistakes and dying. Alright, how do I do this? Other than this. This one, obviously, I can kill its babies forever. Oh, fuck. Oh. I get it now. Ah! Okay, I got a rhythm now. I got the rhythm. Okay. Eels alive. Yes. An unstoppable arc of destruction. Okay, well I can't afford it, so fuck you! I did. I played The Witcher 3 for a bit. I still have an ongoing game. I just haven't picked it up in a couple weeks. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. I do know why. So, Witcher 3, I don't like because... Do I ride these guys or do I kill them? Is this floor down here? That answers my question. Okay, luckily it was at one of the beacons here, so who cares? Witcher 3 seems like a great game. I played through, you know, the first... I think I'm like level 8 or some shit. Seems fine. No problems with it. Immersive story. All that. Well designed. Beautiful game, artistically. Problem is, number one, I don't like being Geralt of Rivia, or whatever his fucking name is. I want to be me. When I played Skyrim... Skyrim was great, by the way. That was one modern-ish game that I love. And Skyrim was great because I got to play me. I got to make me with my big ugly fucking head, my baldness, you know, and just and just run around the map and do quests as me in that setting. How do I have to fall onto the other? Oh, I can go. Oh, this isn't a... I thought this was the ceiling here. That's fucking stupid. Okay, I get it now. All right, and then I do this, and then. Okay, alright, okay. And then that. Ugh. And then, oh, that's not goodies. So I don't like that. And I also don't like the cutscenes. There's way too much of them. God damn it. Just like... Hey, wait, zero. Just let me play the game. I cannot stand games that are just too talky. And Witcher 3 was that for me. And despite the fact that it was otherwise really good, I just found it a little too hard to get over. So I might go back to it. I don't know. But it didn't really impress me the same way it did for the overwhelming majority of the gaming public. So that's just how I feel. Purely a matter of opinion. But I do respect CD Projekt Red. They're a good company. So... So you have to hit this guy right when he pokes you. And it's annoying, because you got to get right under these fucking... Fuck you. Oh, those don't hit him. How about this? How about this? Fucker. There we go. Jesus Christ, I'm so terrible. Nope. I'm not a fan of first-person shooters. I do not have the... See, I don't understand. I grew up in an era of side-scrollers and marginally, because of MMORPGs, I got a handle on third-person over-the-shoulder games okay. So I'm not really a first-person shooter kind of guy. I'm just not used to it. I wasn't really a PC gamer until maybe 2000 is about right. So, I'm supposed to be able to stand on that anchor, aren't I? So naturally, yeah, it's not really my thing. What's the cheapest i7 I've seen? Well, it depends. Are you talking about an i7 860, like Linfield? In that case, I've seen them for as cheap as like fucking $50. This current 4790K I'm gaming on, I got for $100 a year and a half ago, which was an incredible deal. I got it for that low because the guy thought it was broken, and I knew otherwise. When he's like, I'm selling my stuff because the CPU is broken. He sold all of his stuff, but he undervalued the CPU because he's like, I'm pretty sure this is broken. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you're wrong. And he was definitely wrong. His power supply that was fucked. No! Doo-doo. Okay, I'll give away another Steam key in 8 minutes at 5:30. Just somebody remind me. What's the best way to do this? Just jump? Yeah, it's always power supply or motherboard. Always. 50% of my repair jobs are... I'm just going to pass this guy. Oh, fuck me. I don't know how to beat this guy. When he's in close quarters like that, you have to wait for him to drop his fucking shield and stay close enough to not get hit by the things. It's so annoying. I still like the i5 2400, just not at $80, which is what I used to pay for it. It's definitely not worth that anymore. Not with the release of the R3 1100, that's for sure. That's going to push everything down. How do I do this? Do I bounce off of this? Yes, I think I do. Oh, I just went too soon before. Okay. Oh, you... God damn it! I do not know if I own Hyperlight Drifter. I'm not sure. Again! Why did I... Okay. Alright, shoot your poo. I probably would. I don't have a lot of time to play games, though, is the sad thing. I'm old and I have responsibilities now. No! Fuck! No! Okay. Aha. Fuck you. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh, you again. That's a much better way to kill them. Oh, what did I... Oh, that's okay, that's fine. Can I say to who? Say hi to... Ryuka and Tomo. Ryuka and Tomo, you guys are great. I hear you guys have big dicks. Steven Lopez. Oh, are you the individual who came to my house? Or did you... Are you just talking about figuratively? All right. Okay, I'm progressing. I'm usually not this bad. It's just it's hard. It is hard to concentrate on playing the game actually when you're trying to. Okay. All right. I know what I have to do here. No, it's on my desk. Oh, we were going to Skype date. That's right. That's right. That's right. Right. Okay, because I had a guy come to my house as well. Bah, treasure knight, my gems, my vessel, my ocean, your very presence tarnishes. You ought to lay claim to the sea itself. Your greed knows no bounds, treasure knight. Okay, alright, just show me your pattern so I can memorize it and win. Oh, that was convenient. I just jumped at the... No. So far, so good. Ah. Ah, God damn it. What? I can't deal with this. No! Oh, I can't fight in water. It's so bad. I'm gonna die. Ugh. It's sucking me in. Okay, one more try, and I'm gonna give away a Steam key, okay? Hi. Hi, Bob Cobble. It's so hard to move around. I can't even walk. Oh, that was pretty good. Get out of there, you goddamn ingrate. I have to make a very conscious effort not to say things that are, yay, I did it, too offensive on this stream because, you know, I don't want to get fired from my job. Some asshole will report me. Oh, he said the N-word. I don't say the N-word regularly, but they might slip out once in a while. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't actually happen. Okay. By the way, oh, it's 5:30. Okay. All right. Let's pause. Okay. There are 31 of you in here watching. Let's do another trivia question for Steam keys. This is not for Northgard this time, but I'm going to give away another Steam key. And this time the trivia question is going to be... this time's going to be real trivia, not just like a random guess. Like, guess how many fingers are in my butt? Like, no, that's not really a trivia question. That's just pulling numbers out of the air. Okay, you know what? This is a good one. What brand of microphone do I record with? Anyone? I know there's a delay here. Yeti is correct. Oh, you know what? I did say brand, though. Blue is the brand. Yeti is the model. Okay. Okay. All right. I know. Hold on. All right, here's the thing. I got to be fair. So Igloo 2 said Yeti. Now, that's not the brand. That's the model of microphone. But, because I said he was right when he said it, I'm going to give one to him and one to Bob Cobble, who said blue. Okay? I think that's fair. So Igloo2 and Bob Cobble, you know how to get a hold of me on Twitter, right? Okay, I'm going to leave it up to you. Bob Cobble and Igloo2. Find some means of getting a hold of me, and I will give you something. Okay? There we go. All right, let's go back to the game. That's a pretty fair way to do it. The onus is on you. You want your Steam key? Fucking goddamn it, just find a way to reach out. There's so many... On the top of the screen there in the stream, you know where it says contact info? Hit up one of those. Reddit's fine. Send me a private message on Reddit. I'm going to dig up all my stuff here and go on to the next thing. Yep. Reddit will be okay, Bob. What's this? Knuckler's Quarry. How do I get in here? Sigh, there's no way to punch through. I wish I could just dash through all this dirt. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm gonna need a special tool. Maybe that anchor that I've found. I have the Blackout Edition, yes. I picked it up secondhand, of course. Found a guy willing to sell it for like, I think it was 60 bucks. And it was brand new, virtually untouched. What is this? I was just walking along the path and then this happened. What? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Unpredictable bouncy things. This is great. For fuck's sake, she's dodging everything. Alright, I'm gonna shoot at you for a little bit. Ooh, those are some good shots. Oh, now she's flaming fireball. Fucking Ninja Gaiden bitch over here. I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there. No! I have experienced a bit of coil wine, yes indeed. Not with my cards, though. Alright, let's try this again. How do I fucking dodge these things? Can I destroy them? Does not look like it. I need to get on top of her and dominate her. God damn it. I need more magic. Oh, this is effective. Actually, it is. It's getting rid of her fireballs. Fuck. Oh, it's a close fight. Once again. Yes! Okay, so she is just stupid. Yes, I said it on purpose. God damn it. Of course I did. Oh, I just ran into a gem. Oh, that was just... That's fucking lovely. Why did that happen? Why did that even happen? The bonus level. Bonuses. Fuck. Let's see if I can do this without getting crapped. Oh god. Whew. Oh, I could break these too. Whatever. Alright. What did I get here? Money. Love me some money. Alright, now I want to go to the town. No, I'm using an Xbox One controller. These are the best controllers I've ever owned in my life. I really love them. Sleek, there's no jagged edges, no uncomfortable. You remember on the back of the Xbox 360 controllers how it had the battery pack jutting out? Well, even with this has a little charger battery, not the natural flat one. But like, there's no obstruction here. It's just beautiful. Beautiful piece of hardware. Excuse me, I need more potions, please. I don't actually need more potions, I just like to hit things. What should I do? Oh, he's out of meal tickets. I am going to go purchase that anchor thing. Alright, what does it do? Oh. That doesn't help me. I don't want you. I have not used the Steam controller yet, but I was very tempted to buy one. I have a lot of Steam credit built up, or Steam wallet money built up from trading cards, obviously. And, I was tempted to fork over the whatever it was on sale for, like 30 bucks, which is not a lot of money, really. But decided to get these instead. I bought this with Shoppers Optimum points, 100%. Not a single penny outside from tax was paid for this. So yeah. Yeah, I get the impression that the Steam controller is just different entirely. Like, you can't judge it versus... Oh, I get it now. I got it. Bitch, come here. Get over here. I need you. Get over here. Get the fucking... No, come here. I need to jump on you. I didn't realize you could stand on her, and that gives me maybe just enough bounce to get on this roof. Oh, fuck. No, not quite. Up here, maybe? Yes. Of course, this is also a roof. I'm a fucking moron. Alright. What now? Have I gone here yet? Troop Pond? Huh? Oh well. Alright. I can't go in there yet. Can't go there. Okay. What's this? This is another town. An armor outpost. Oh, hello! Alright. So once again, I have to get on top of this fucking food stand. Can I stand on you? You look pretty thick. Should really get on you. Is there anyone I can stand on in here? Or just have to wait for the fucking wench carrying the barrels? Thank you for joining us, G-Pilot. GI Pilot. Jipalot. Come on, lady with the things. Can I stand on you? You have an umbrella. Oh. Oh, Can I jump off of this, though? No, I don't think I can. Dig up a whole pile. One money potion. Hold your attack and leads a powerful charge. That's the one I want. But I have no money! Okay, so at least now I know this is here. This game is really good. A perfect little blend of RPG elements and platforming. I have 3 R9 290Xs that are going to be build bound at some point. One of them is slated for my next build. I have all the parts for it, I just have to find the time to put it together and film it. Lovely piece for what? A beret? A beret? I don't want a beret. I don't know what any of these people are asking for, but... Ugh. Sorry, I had to fart. I'm really gassy today. I don't even know why. Ooh, a fight. Alright, alright. Oh, of course, everyone wants to fight. Oh, nice jump, buddy. Just waste all my magic on you to start, get a bit of a head start here. Oh, that's not good. Alright, okay. Alright, I gotta get in close now. Oh my god. This guy's not as hard. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. I don't want to go. No! What fucking fell for what? No! Oh, really? Can you fall off of that roof and onto the other roof? I don't know. Give me my fucking money back. Oops. This is a great way to get his health down, is just stay on top of him. I'm going to do that for as long as I can. And then now is where I use my magic. And he's far away. I'm getting the hang of this one now. There we go. Wrecked his ass! My excitement for Ryzen is probably about It's pretty high actually, because it's the next big step forward. AMD always does that. They always come out with something that forces Intel's hand. So I'm not necessarily all that convinced that Ryzen is going to be great, because the IPC is there and the price is there, which the price is fantastic. But it looks like the overclock ability might be a little limited, at least with this generation. They'll probably come out with a better iteration when yields improve. So hard to say, but it will force Intel's hands is the nice thing. So Intel's entire lineup outside of the G4560 is useless now, as far as I'm concerned. There's just no price point that I can recommend an Intel chip to anyone at for, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's going to require a big price cut in the short term. Why am I doing this to him exactly? So a big price cut in the short term, and then it's going to require a change in core count in the long term. So Coffee Lake is going to have to be big for them to get back in the game, and they can. They obviously can, and they will. But for the next little while, AMD is going to have run on the market. I'm going to test that theory. Can I get up here and then fall down on the other side? I didn't see. Oh, yeah. Very observant. I'm a dummy. I also have money. Maybe I should buy an upgrade. I'm not going to comment on the problems with Ryzen at higher RAM speeds yet, because it's too early to see. That's all. But it wouldn't surprise me if that were the case. Do I want these? I want this. That will help me break through blocks. Let's try it out. Oh, no it doesn't. It doesn't rush me forward. It just does a big fucking... Oh, well, whatever. You might. It depends on how Coffee Lake is laid out. Like, the nice thing about AMD's design with their CCX thing is that it's easily scalable. So, who knows? I don't know. Intel's got to rethink everything, though. They certainly can't. They certainly can't make KB Lake any bigger. The way it's laid out, the geography does not bode well for an increase in core count on the consumer socket. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm sure they'll work something out. The problem, is it really $250 for the i5-76 40K? Is that really true? Is it actually 6 cores? Or is it just a quad core with hyperthreading? Where am I going? I guess I have to do this now. Mango! Rosie! Shut up! Oh, this is gonna be fun. So it's the first. Oh, it's okay. So it's an i7. Okay, well that counts too. That's sort of what I'm talking about. They have to do what they did with the Pentium G30 4560, and add hyperthreading to a part that didn't have it before. That's definitely the first thing they have to do to mitigate loss. But I would think I would still prefer I mean, I would prefer Ryzen 6 core because I'm a content creator. So more cores are good for me. I like that. I like the freedom to be able to stream as well. And even i7s these days, 4 cores, 8 threads, don't cut the mustard with higher end games, as people will tell you. Which is why I'm playing Shovel Knight right now. I wouldn't even bother trying a high-end game, because you can't... there's just not enough resources to do a lot. We'll see. I'm not convinced about the Intel rumors yet. They're kind of all over the place, but If indeed they are building i5s with hyper-threading, that would be a good start. And I just died. Thankfully, I have no money and I don't care. Oh, we'll see. I haven't done enough research to really say. But all I'm saying is that Intel is going to need to make some big changes. And like I said every fucking YouTuber has been marveling at the prices that AMD rolled out. And did I not predict all this? You guys watched my old videos. Did I not say precisely what would happen? And I said Intel has had the benefit of a reduced cost on production for like 5 years, and they have all of this margin room built up that they can exploit. That's what's going to happen. They're going to say, well, luckily we're rich and we're Intel, we have lots of money. We're just going to make our shit cheaper for now and then increase core count later at some point, make ourselves competitive again. Because we can do that. We have lots of money, lots of profitability. We make our own. They have their own fabs, for fuck's sakes, that have been bought and paid for the most part. They obviously have more financial resources at their disposal than AMD. A lot more room to wiggle. I won't say that they've been gouging all these years. They haven't been. They've just had prices aligned with what the market will yield, which is fine. But how do I do this? I have to hop off this. Okay. And yeah. So it'll happen. How do I kill these guys? Do I just have to hit them and they explode? Oh, okay. Oh, I have a feeling I could have broken this. I still can. Fucking Jesus. I have a feeling you can break this too. I don't know how to get up there. Oh, what if I do this? No. I heard a rumor that ASRock was readying their A320 ITX boards for Ryzen by the end of this month. But I am not a source. I do not have any. I don't know anybody at ASRock. I know some people at other companies that are not nearly as exciting. But I know nobody at ASRock. But that's the rumor. But it would stand to reason that the A320 boards would really not be ready until the R5 series is ready. For reasons that I think make themselves apparent. Like, nobody's going to buy an R7 chip without the intent of overclocking, right? Like, they're either going to go for the really cheap SKU and try to get as much as they can out of it, or go for one of the X chips. What do I do? What's this? I just ride this? Oh, okay, I see. That would make sense. Okay. Not too smart sometimes. Do I think it is more profitable? Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of ordering one of those Chinese boards. I don't know if I want to take a chance on it. I cannot imagine that those Chinese boards are any good, even if they are legit. And the reason I say that is this. How the fuck do you update a BIOS from a motherboard like that? You know? Remember though, Igloo, that TDP is a purely subjective measurement that changes dramatically with clock speed. I don't think the 1700 was made to be a 65 watt chip in all operating scenarios. It will obviously get hotter and more power intensive when you overclock it, of course. That's a given. And I think the intent was that it was meant to be like the 8320 was. The 8320, nobody bought the 8320 to run its stock. They bought it because it was the cheapest 8-core that they had at the time. If you want to call it 8 cores, it's not really 8 cores. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. It's not a core until you have your own floating point unit. But anyway, the 8320 was much the same, or the 8300 even, which was not available at retail, was only an OEM part. The intent was to buy them super cheap and pump as much juice as you possibly could out of them. And I think the 1700 will be treated the same way. It's not that you're wrong. You're right. If you run it at 65 watts, it's a great part for a small form factor build that can't afford a lot of heat. But I don't think that's the intent, is what I'm saying. So knowing that, I think there's a reason that AMD is reluctant to release their A320 boards just yet. It's more likely that we'll see them come out with the R5 series, which has a lot more locked offerings that will probably utilize that bullshit. Oh my god. Oh, I see what's happening here. He drops bombs that destroy all these blocks, which is going to make it really hard to progress. So I gotta hurry. Fuck. Okay, you come over here. Oh, come closer. Come closer, come closer, come closer. Fucking Jesus Christ. Guess not. Guess I'm not getting that musical thing. Is there another way to get up there? There is. There's blocks that are break, so maybe I fall through the floor. Yeah. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm going. Wasting all my magic. He's not even a boss. I've hit him enough. Just die. Jesus Christ. As for selling a whole computer versus parting it out, it depends entirely on the parts. So what I would... okay, so let me see if I can draw on some specific examples. So you remember that system I tore down for Danny's competition? The competition with Danny, the... What did we call it? The flip-off? If you remember that video, that had a 850 watt AX series power supply in it. And, you know, had a fucking i7-920, I think what it was, and fucking dogs. I'll be right back. I think they want to go outside. Guys! What are you doing? Rosie. Go pee. Go pee, Rosie. Go pee. Mango. Go pee, Rosie. Go pee pee. Good girl. Very good. Good boy. Good boy, Mango. Come here. Yes. You guys get a treat. You guys get a treat. My little babies. Good boy, good girl. Okay, guys, I'm coming back. Ugh. All right. Yeah, I think the shitbox videos are good too, but they don't get any fucking views anymore. Okay. Yeah, I know. So, back to what I was talking about. So remember that system that I pulled apart? So you've got an X58 motherboard and an i7-920 and a really good power supply and some meh RAM and a 120 gigabyte SSD. So let's take that piece by piece here. So Clearly the motherboard and the power supply, very expensive parts that people were willing to pay a lot of money for, because x58 motherboards people still need for reasons I've explained several times. And the power supply is an AX series Seasonic designed from Corsair with a 7-year warranty, and it was like, excuse me. And it was like, how many years old? I don't know. It's like 2 years old. So it had lots of warranty left. So those I got lots of money for. The rest of the shit was just not garbage, but like there's a reason I didn't bother selling the 2 gigabyte sticks of RAM and the 120 gigabyte SSD and the processor, because they were small ticket items. And if you sell that whole thing as a package, the way it was, I think the fact that the graphics card was merely an R9 270 and the processor was an old ass i7 probably brings the overall package down in value, I would say. So I definitely could have gotten more just by flipping it as is, probably. But I think it was worth more to me parting out because of how valuable the power supply. Power supplies go unnoticed in full builds. That's the problem. So nobody really cares as long as it works, right? So you put together a system, like if I put together a build for sale and I put a CX500 in it, people don't seem to pay more or less if I put, a G2 in there instead, a 550 G2. Like if I happen to get a good high-end power supply at the same wattage, they don't care. It doesn't bulk up the, elevate the end sale price any, if that's any indication to you. So because the majority of that build, the value of that build was in the motherboard and in the power supply, which are they're not centerpiece items. It's the CPU and GPU people are looking at when they buy a whole system. So if you have a full system, on the contrary, so if I were selling a computer that had an i7 4790 in it, okay, not 90K, 4790, on some shitty Q87 motherboard, right? Like a business machine, plain as green PCB, nothing special, with some value RAM and an R9 290X with some like a Delta power supply, unbranded, just solid gray, but still good quality. So everything in there looks like shit minus the CPU, which is definitely very good, and the graphics card. That system would sell for just as much as one that was built of the same core components, but with different complementary pieces, if you know what I'm saying, right? So when you're trying to sell a full system, cheaping out on everything but the 2 central processing components is a good way to save money and still get the same amount of sale price for the system. Don't cheap out to the point where it explodes, but there's no need to put out extra funds for premium parts. The system that I tore down was exactly the opposite. The CPU was old and busted. It worked, but it was, you know what I mean? It's not really relevant anymore. And the GPU is like good for budget gaming, but an R9 270 is fine, but it's not a premium item. But the power supply and the motherboard were, so that's where the value was. But selling that as a system, you're not going to net any kind of attention from it as a result. So, yeah. All right. Time to not die. Ooh, secret. How do I do this? How do I do this? I gotta... Can I bounce off the top of these flames? Nope. You quote that one, whoever was quoting you before. Can I bounce off the top of this fire? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, I see. Whoa. I'm pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna keep playing until 6:30. And then I'm going to close it out by giving away another Steam key to a lucky viewer, okay? Let's do that. Still have 30 of you left in here. So that's what we'll do. How many of you people still paying attention? The comments have drained down to a nothing. You guys aren't talking anymore. You're just watching me play terribly? What the fuck? Oh, are you trying out the game? Are you trying out Northgard? I'm very good at resource management games that are turn-based. It's the real-time part that I have problems with. I just cannot coordinate myself to keep track of multiple points of interest on a board. It's my problem. So I hope the developers are not angry that I only played for an hour. I'm sure they're not. They're really nice guys, actually. I was really amazed, like, when I just messaged them in their AMA, I was just like, hey, I have a channel, you want to give me some stuff? And they were like, yeah, here. You're legit, have some stuff. X79 boards, I don't know if they go for more than X99, but because of the... Okay, I'm going to start me on a rant. X58, X79, and X99 motherboards are all in the same class of motherboard. They're what are commonly known as enthusiast motherboards. Now, this designation is purely artificial. It's one of the other ways that Intel has managed to gouge. I wouldn't say gouge. Gouge isn't unfair. They've managed to optimize their revenue streams with this enthusiast platform bullshit. And it is bullshit. So their justification originally was that, well, we need the extra pins on those sockets for what we're providing. And I might have believed them if it weren't for the fact that AMD has clearly demonstrated that there is no physical restriction on socket for core count. Like, it's features that were dragging the chips down, not core count, is what I think anyway. Do I just drop off here? What do I do? I guess. So anyway, what's this? Oh. So, I can't have a discussion and a boss fight at the same time, can I? So ultimately, now that notion has been proven to be at least a little bit bullshit. I don't doubt that based on their design, they needed to scale up the socket to make their higher core count chips work. But I just think that there was a design choice made to do that, is what I'm saying. The same way there was a design choice to switch from LGA, or excuse me, switch from PGA to LGA. Is that how they did it? Yeah, they did. My brain's not working correctly. And their argument was like, oh, PGA is better, or LGA is better. There's lower impedance, and we can fit more pins on the socket, and all this business. But in reality, from a business perspective, everyone was looking at them going, yeah, you did it because you want to put cost on the manufacturer. You want to put risk on the manufacturer, on your board partners. That's what you want. You're putting pins on the board because you got tired of dealing with the liability associated with putting pins on the bottoms of your chips. And as much as and yes, bending them does void your warranty, that's true, but it still adds an element, a perceived element of vulnerability for the hardware. So it diminishes your marketability as a product. So whenever you can separate a failure point from your product and stick it on somebody else, that's a good idea. So I think it's just one of those other ways that Intel managed to sort of technically justify a decision, but practically it was pure bullshit, is my thinking. So now that AMD has sort of broken down that wall and they said, hey, look, we can put 8 actual cores with SMT onto a consumer unified socket, and it's changed everything. And the value that is often retained by these enthusiast motherboards will diminish, because I think in fact they're going to plummet. because people are like, well, what the fuck? Like, look, come check back in 3 years is what I'm trying to say. In 3 years, check back, and the AM4 socket and Intel's new socket, which will be unified, I guarantee you. Oh, fuck. So it will be a unified socket. They will end this enthusiast socket bullshit at some point, whether it be 9th or 10th generation. It's going to happen. And when that happens, people will no longer be paying a premium secondhand for X99 motherboards because their use in the marketplace will be diminished considerably. There just won't be a need for them anymore. But for right now, they still carry a bit of a premium. So, but it was bullshit all along. This is why we need healthy competition. We need AMD to succeed. I won! I don't see this as what I think separates me from a lot of different tech tubers, is that every tech, and there's only 30 of you here, 20 to 27 of you here, so I can say this safely without insulting anybody. But everyone else, everyone from all the way at the top, you got your Linus and your Austin Evans and Jay's 2 cents and all those guys, down to everyone at the bottom. So, including me and a couple of my subscribers who have channels as well. The majority of you people out there are enthusiasts first. That's the difficulty right there with having a channel and it's difficult to have a unique perspective when everyone thinks like you. I'm not an enthusiast. Never really have been. I'm a technician. I look at things from an economic perspective, first and foremost. I don't really care about the technologies under the hood. I see engineers correcting me on things all the time, and they're right in a lot of cases. Like, I'm not an engineer. I've said that 100 times. In terms of the finer workings of CPUs, don't look to me for advice. I ain't going to be able to tell you. I care about how it performs, for one, and I care about how much it costs, and the economic reality of the situation. The price performance as a consumer, cost on repair, warranty service, things like that. That's what I'm good for. And I don't think any other YouTuber really does that. I'm the only person that sits you down and says, okay, we know how it performs, we know how it works, but how dependable is it? What economic precedent does this set? What does the mainstream look like as a result? How, the price tiers, like, what does it do for the industry as a whole, kind of thing? How affordable has PC gaming become as a result of these innovations? Those are questions that a lot of YouTubers don't answer. That's where I think I'm unique. Okay, so I have to beat this guy. Can I buy new equipment? I have 5,000 gold. I like Power Color a lot, but that's only based on their recent offerings. They were really, really bad. Thank you for coming by, Shay. Oh, I can't kill this thing. Hit it? I can't. I like Power Color. I like the recent offerings. I think the last few generations have been very good. Whatever just flew out of my mouth. But their 7970s were fucking awful. I could show you one. I've got a broken one on my shelf over there. If I cared to go get it, which I really don't. And they're disgustingly bad. It was a solid red PCB with a black and blue fan configuration, fan array. It was just ugly as sin and didn't perform particularly well. It wasn't particularly resilient either. I've never had a brand of AMD card fail more than the Power Color 77 or 7970. It's been the worst for me. Their 7950, they had a 7950 PCS Plus version that came out after, and 7970 as well, that were also blue and black, but had a black PCB. They were beautiful design in terms of the aesthetics and durability too. Durability is the key for me. The shroud on the original 7970s from Power Color were just crap. And that's why I hated them. It wasn't because of anything but that. They just broke all the time. The fans were shit. So yeah. But otherwise, my impressions are Power Color are very good. Fuck! I totally fucked myself here. Oh, good lord. My favorite AMD board partner, though, is probably XFX. Those guys know what they're doing. Oh my god, do they ever. Their XTR card with the replaceable fans is game-changing. It's so good. Not just for the standard stuff, like not just because it's quiet and it performs well, it overclocks well. None of that shit. The replaceable fans alone, again, from a technician's perspective, the perspective of a person who has to repair this shit. And people come to me and they ask for advice and they give me money to repair stuff. Being able to hot swap fans is amazing. That's what fails on graphics cards before anything else. The two things that fail on graphics cards, more than anything, are fans and the clock generator and the display output. Those are the two things that fail the most, in my experience. Other technicians might disagree. The silicon itself never fails. These chips last forever. Or, I should say, the silicon itself lasts forever. Well, not necessarily forever, but it lasts for a long time. The solder points on the BGA are maybe a little bit more vulnerable, but before any of that, the clock generator, like the actual display outputs, or something associated with them, go first, and the fans. And fans by far are the most on a graphics card. And being able to hot swap them out, that should be on every fucking card. No AIB partner on AMD or NVIDIA cards should be without them from now on. Because they're easy to make and super effective. You don't. Usually by the time the clock generator fails, or by the time there's a problem with the display out, or something like that, something that's not related to the silicon itself, or the VRAM, or the VRM assembly, those you can fix. Like, anything in the VRM is fixable. If choke breaks, you just replace it. Capacitor, any of that stuff, no problem. But any of the hardware, any of the little actual functioning brainy doodads on the board that do thinking of any kind, you don't replace them unless you have a donor board, and then you swap them out with a donor board. That is a possibility, but that is not a reasonable one for most people. Like I said in the past, the reason why I don't do board level component swaps, like a guy like Lou Rossman, is because Apple products are profitable. Someone will pay you $800 to repair their shitty Apple laptop, MacBook, whatever the fuck it's called, because fanboys. But the same is not true for PC components. They age. They have They age. They have a natural lifespan, and when that lifespan has expired, and that lifespan is tethered to performance, is the key. So the industry moves ahead so fast that by the time all this stuff fails, it's not worth it to repair. And there's very few people out there that will be willing to pay you good money to fix something that, on a component level, why did I do that? Is wrong. So I just don't bother. When you start seeing artifacting on a graphics card, it's usually not the silicon that's actually broken. It's, like I said, it's usually the clock generator, display out. Something needs to be resoldered. Something needs to be replaced. And it's just not worthwhile to do in most cases. Okay, I need to find a way to stop bouncing. How do I stop bouncing? I don't do component level repairs anymore at all. I just haven't bothered. I haven't owned a soldering iron in 2 years. So there's no point. If I only do PC stuff, what's the point? And I ain't doing Mac stuff either, because I'm not going to go hunting around for schematics on some fucking Polish website. Okay, I need to stop the bouncing! An i5 6400... That's the one that's at 2.7 gigahertz, right? Base clock? Yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying not to die here this time. It's a good price. What about I pay for it used? Here in Canada, I don't know, 140 bucks maybe? I wouldn't go higher than that. I might not even go that high. You know what? I wouldn't go that high. I wouldn't go that high because the retail price for the R3 1100 here in Canada looks like it's going to be about 180 bucks. So I'd rather just get the new chip at that point. Okay, don't bounce here, or find a way to get out of it if you do. Fuck. Lumberjack, what is your... Okay, you want to know if you should wait for DDR4. Well, what do you have right now, processor-wise? What CPU cooler should you buy used? It doesn't really matter. They're just... Oh, there's a bouncy. It doesn't really matter what you buy. Okay, so again, I have to talk specifics here, and it's difficult to do when you're jumping around on a 2D platformer. So here's the thing about all coolers. What matters most in terms of a heatsink's quality is surface area, and the rest is dependent upon the fan you use. Makes sense, right? So when you buy a CPU cooler secondhand, don't think of it as a purchase of a CPU cooler, which is a product. It's a package, right? It's fan plus mounting and heatsink. You're gonna have to replace the fan anyway, probably, because fans die pretty quick. So just look at the heatsink and then slap your own fan on it. As long as it has a universal mounting mechanism, it doesn't really matter what heatsink you buy, as long as it's intact. Use the 4 heat pipes with a reasonably dense fin array. It's all the same shit. And make sure the contact plate's the same too. You want direct contact heat pipes, or you want like a nickel plated one. And they're all going to be within a few degrees of each other anyway. So just get one. 20 bucks is your target price here in Canada. Just offer up 20 bucks to anyone willing to sell a Hyper 212 Evo or something like that, and you're good. How the fuck do I move on? Oh, you meant AIO? Oh, a cheap... What? I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to use this to get up there. I gotta get up there. I can't... Oh, do I kick this over? Oh, I'm a dumb... Sorry, so someone was asking about an all-in-one liquid cooler. I wouldn't buy those secondhand at all. I don't care what people say. A pump is a point of failure, goddammit. And I know that they don't... Nowadays, people are claiming that AIOs will now last for upwards of 5 years, and some of them are under warranty for 5 years, like the H110 and whatnot. Okay, fine. It's still a point of failure, goddammit, and it's an expensive one. Like, what do they sell for up here in Canada nowadays? Oh. Like, I sold my H110 for $70. Secondhand. Someone bought my H110 off of me that I had in my old configuration for 70 bucks. 70 fucking dollars for a cooler that performs no better than a Noctua NHD15 or a Deep Cool, what's the big one called? The double tower one that you can get for like 70 bucks. Like, shit, just buy it. And the pump noise, too, is another people underestimate. I cannot live with the noise that pumps make. It's loud and obnoxious. And when you have a silent build like I do, that you cannot hear at all, it's totally whisper silent. It's just unbearable to sit here and all you fucking hear is fucking every few seconds because there's a goddamn air bubble or some shit. No, thank you. All-in-one liquid coolers have a very specific function in my mind, and it's underutilized for what it is. And what they should be used for, in my opinion, is for directed airflow. So if you want to attach a radiator on the edge of your case with the intent of dying in this stage, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, of getting air directly out of the case or drawing fresh air directly in, then it has value. But almost nobody has a load scenario that warrants that kind of cooling potential. Like, you don't need it. Air cooler contained inside your case will do just fine, using the recycled air inside. I can't knock the snot onto the moving platform, can I? No, see? I have to get it down to the bottom right lava so I can bounce off that, I think. Can't I? Or what if I just... Hold on, what if I push it on this lava? That doesn't do anything for me. No. It just won't go over to that fucking... I need the lava underneath to be greenified. But I can't do it! Maybe a power shot. No, it didn't work. I can't put it on the platform. Watch what happens. Watch, watch, watch. I'll try it. Wait, maybe I just timed it wrong. Hold on, hold on. I'll do this. Oh, you're so fucking clever, serious. I get it now. I've got the hang of this. I want to get those gems. No, fuck. I got greedy. Nah. I don't think they are. I think I'm retiring first generation Core i processors in general. I don't think I'm going to ever acquire one again. Well, maybe that's not true. I got a deal pending for one. I actually have an ITX motherboard. What am I doing? An ITX socket LGA 1156 motherboard available to me that I am considering buying, because that's interesting. I haven't seen too many ITX boards on that socket, so I might pick that up. But other than that, needless to say, I think Linfield is getting a little old for what it is. Maybe it's time to move on, you know? No, I can't even get up there. I don't know why I tried. I think I missed a secret back there. Oh well. Fuck. And finding motherboards that work for i7 970s is also a pain in the dick. It's just not worthwhile. Someone remind me. The 990X was 6-core, but were there any other chips on that socket that were 6-core? Can't remember. Aha, this time I got it. Oh! Okay, now how do I do this? Okay. Fair enough. That was relatively easy. Yeah, I'd say an R9 380 is worth $80. It's pretty good. Ugh. Nah, Vega's not gonna be very impacting. The early benchmarks obviously were not too encouraging, but even that aside, what do I do here? Okay, I'm just gonna have to break through and then swing. I think AMD, their GPUs are going to be competitive because they seem to be able to price them affordably and still profit. So definitely a plus there. But performance-wise, they don't look to be in a position to be particularly impacting. And the reason for that, and it's been proven now that the reason for that is drivers. NVIDIA just spends a lot more money keeping their drivers up to date and getting the most out of their hardware. And that's the one area where AMD doesn't really have a lot of leverage. They don't have the R&D budget. They don't have the money to have game-ready drivers on day one like fucking NVIDIA does. So I think that's their biggest failing in the GPU market. Their hardware, like AMD GPUs, are actually a lot bigger and bulkier in terms of like the sheer compute power they possess than NVIDIA chips. But NVIDIA's been getting by on their technology, quote unquote, their driver support. So I don't think, just AMD's not really in a position to compete until that's rectified, because they already do make better hardware. It's very hardware heavy graphics processing. Sorry if I'm... It's really hard to pay attention to two things at once. So no, I do not think Vega's going to make a big splash. I think it's going to be price competitive. And that's it. And it's going to be late to market too. What I don't understand, I just don't get why they couldn't take the RX 480 and scale it up. Like, why do they have to have these new fucking codename architectures for... Oh, Jesus Christ. For all these fucking codename architectures for different shit. When NVIDIA's got the formula down pat, they just take the same goddamn technology and add new SM blocks to make bigger chips. That's it. And considering how they design their CPUs too, like I said, Ryzen CPUs are scalable because of that CCX design. So they're groups of 4, they can just keep adding those. And it doesn't look like there's any limit. Okay, I want to get my money back. I've died so much this level. Not paying attention. Okay, I said I'd end the stream soon, so I'm gonna do that. How do I get over there? Can I make that jump? Nope. Oh yes, I'll give away a Steam key before I quit. I'm just gonna try to finish this level. Oh, I need this guy to get over there, don't I? Oh fuck, I'm a retard. I'm just tired, not paying attention. I need to ride this guy. I can't dilly-dally. What the fuck? Yeah, that's what I said. It's a true story. Wait a minute. Huh. Oh, like I know what I can do here. I can use my phase shifter. I'd have to actually enact it twice, though. Fuck. All right, that worked. Do I just jump down here? Can't get back up. Oh. I think I need some sort of special tool to get, like a special thing. That thing that allows me to zoom. I need. I can't go in there yet. Fuck. Fuck this phase locket. I'm so bad at this game. I'm bad at every game that is not turn-based. I just don't have the reflexes for it anymore. I'm old. Alright, a new checkpoint at least. Yay. Nope. What do you mean? Like, do I like them or don't I? Well, I bought a PM961 for myself. This stream will be on my channel, don't worry. I never delete them. They just sit there. You can always pull that clip if you want. Do all sorts of things with the shit I say. Much of which is probably highly inaccurate. Like, I don't... You have to understand, when I'm recording, I often say things that I don't mean to say. And people correct me on it later. Like, I get these odd comments about people where I just misquote something. And I don't realize that I even said it wrong. And I go back and edit and I don't see it. I'm so absent-minded. I'll just use the wrong word or speak about something in a different context. I don't know. So, it's not, you can probably go through my streams and get all kinds of good gold. Fuck! Oh, these don't hurt. They just push me back. What the fuck? Oh. Is it under what? What CC? What? No. Buying risk is not worth the risk. Buying used is not... See, I just did it right there. Buying risk is not worth the risk. That's me. Buying used is not worth the risk if it's just 10% below retail. Absolutely not. 10% is not a considerable amount. I would much rather have a warranty intact. But you're not talking that. I don't know what the conversation's about. I wasn't watching. But talking about SSDs, the OEM SSD I bought, the PM961, I got for like less than half of what that drive would cost at retail if it were retail available. That is worth it. Especially for something like an SSD, which is rock solid. Alright, I know how to beat this guy now. Fuck. Got him. Creative Commons. I don't know what that is. Does that mean that like people can take my stuff and use it and I can't sue them? Is that what that's about? I don't even know. I'm not really a video producer. I just, you know. Okay, I'm going to quit the game now. I don't know. Generally speaking, as long as you don't copy my whole video, I'm not going to care anyway. So, save her. I have to save her. Okay, well, she hasn't fallen from the sky yet. Fuck. Ah. Generally speaking, I target about 25 to 30%. I think that would be worthwhile, depending entirely on the part. If it's a component that is not particularly durable, like mechanical hard drive, perfect example, a case fan, shit like that, no. The threshold for tolerance has to be much higher. But if it's something that's rock solid reliable, I might go as low as like 20%. So, yeah, like for example, like a SATA SSD, let's say like an MX300. If somebody's selling an MX300 for, let's say they're selling a 750 gigabyte MX300 for $120. It was on sale for $125 here in Canada for a short period of time, but since NAND prices have gone up, that's not the case. But if somebody was selling it for $125 and they retail for $160, that's a good deal because those are pretty solid, dependable drives, whether you buy them new or not. I would never expect to have to use the warranty on something like that. But if it's something a little bit more sensitive, no. Depends entirely on the component. But use 30% as a rough guide. How about that? Alright, we're going to quit this here. I like this game because it's hard, but it's not impossible because you can just build up your character. Yep. That's a fine deal. Oh, no, sorry. No, it's not. 256? No. No. SeriousXification. I got my PM961 which is not, I mean, it's a different drive than an SM drive, but it's a generation newer consumer socket. Here we go again. Consumer-oriented drive, but I got mine for 160 Canadian, and it's a 512 gigabyte drive. So that's what I would target. And in fact, if you lived in the Toronto area, I could hook you up with the guy that sold me it, and then he would sell you one gladly. Okay, so I promised a Steam key. I will do that now. So we're going to do one more trivia thing. It'll be channel oriented of some kind. Let's see here. Okay. I'll see if I can find the Kijiji ad. Hang on. This guy puts up an ad every now and again. If I can find the ad, I'll just put it up here in the chat. Hang on one second, guys. Does not appear as though he has any. Hang on. Okay, I think I found it. Hang on one moment. Okay. He's upped his price a little bit, but here's the ad. You can contact this dude here. So he's selling 512 gigabyte NVMe SSDs for $190 now, it looks like. You can talk him down to $180. Okay. Steam key. All right. Huh. One second, guys. I'm going to go back and investigate something here. Okay. Oh, am I frozen? No, I'm not frozen. Okay, trivia question for the last key. Okay, all right. The 35 of you still here, paying attention. All right, let's make it a channel-related piece of trivia. Okay. Um, okay. Including the model, including there's proof once again that I make my own sound effects, including the AIB partner that made it, and the model. What graphics card did I have in my personal rig before I bought my 1080 that I'm sort of unhappy with? How about that? Anyone? I need the AIB partner's name and the card it was. So, for example, Gigabyte GTX 560 would be a good answer. Flat-footed got it. Asus GTX 970 is correct. A lot of you guessed 970, but you didn't say Asus, and someone guessed Asus but said 980 Ti first. So, unless I'm wrong, flat-footed is the guy who got it. Okay. So flat-footed, find some way to get a hold of me. My info is at the top of the stream. Twitter, sending me a message on Reddit, or here on YouTube, you can actually do that as well. Find a way to contact me, and I will give you a key. I am somewhat unhappy with my. It's actually not that bad now that I've pulled it out of the ITX case. It's a little bit better sound wise because obviously you pull the fans away from that fucking away from the PSU shroud. It's gonna get a little quieter, but still no, it's not as quiet as it should be. And it's definitely a problem with the card itself. Other 1080s and 1070s with the same cooler on it seem to be fine. Okay, good. Yeah, contact me on Twitter. And also, someone else said that they chimed in with an answer first on my Twitter. I'll give them something too, because it looks like they've got proof that they did. I didn't see their message though. So, I guess Blue Baron. Okay, Blue Baron, are you here? Oh, you are here. There you are. Blue Baron, it looks like you tweeted me some evidence that you answered first in the original trivia question, and it would appear that you're right. I can't scroll back and check for myself. I do know that the chat order, I think, is different for different people. Maybe. But that doesn't matter because you're way ahead of Razor on that. So I will also give you something as well. I'll give you something nice too. So Blue Baron and Flat Footed, both of you should contact me. Let me know who you are. I already know who Blue Baron is. I got your name here. Um, so yes, that's that. All right, guys. Thanks once again for joining me. I'm tired, as you can see. Time to go relax a bit, get some work done, and maybe shoot a video. Oh, just lost the screen there. Okay, guys. See you later. Thanks for joining me.